you scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should.
So, Simon got me this really cool cup for my birthday.
We just got here, by the way.
And they just got here fucking 2 hours late. But yeah, I had this really cool cup for my birthday. It's a Star Wars cup, and it has all like the troopers and the bad guys. And there's these guys that
$13.
There's these guys that have like this weird gun that's like, 2 barrels that goes to like a nozzle. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And they just released it. They're called Flame Troopers. And
Flame Troopers.
The screenshot.
And that doesn't mean that they're flaming like homosexuals.
Well, they could be. I don't know.
They could be. Yeah, which we don't judge.
I don't
know.
know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
doesn't
okay.
Really matter.
It's fine.
No, it showed like the screenshot. It shows them. It shows like 2 of them like setting a tent on fire. And I'm like, that's fucking gruesome.
Vietnam, man.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like I from what I've seen from this so far, it's like it's gonna be like Empire Strikes Back, where the Empire is like going back on the offensive,
winning.
Yeah,
I think that's what it should be. I mean, I'm all for the Empire. I mean, obviously the what was the Death Star being blown up? That was an inside job.
Well, that's what the Rogue One's gonna be about. It's about how they got the information to blow it up.
Exactly, it's an inside job.
And then they're gonna fucking because everybody.
General Tarkin took way too long to even dispatch the troops.
This is a little general hint. This is actually gonna be the first question, but this new Star Wars trailer, it answered some of the stuff that I was already fucking theorizing. Like that Kylo Ren was.
We don't know that.
No, it says I will finish what you started.
Right,
and it
but
shows Darth
you
Vader.
Don't know who he's talking to.
No, but it shows Darth Vader. It's all
you don't know who he's talking to.
It's all symbolized.
I'm just saying. Maybe he's talking to Luke.
I'm calling it right now. Rey is gonna turn to the dark side. Cause
I don't know who Rey is.
That's the girl. The girl who rides the fudge sickle.
The fudge sickle. That does look like an ice cream when she.
But yeah, so like in the last poster they showed, it showed her with her bow staff and then Kylo Ren behind her, but it looks like her bow staff has a red.
Yeah. Everybody noticed that. Yeah.
To me, that's a symbol that she's gonna turn evil. And
what do you think, Nick? Nick's like, I don't fucking.
I have no opinion of it.
Are you going to go see it opening weekend or are you going to wait?
No. I'm going to miss out all the good tickets, so I can wait.
I got tickets on Fandango for Saturday at 7, so.
So you'll be about 12 hours or 24 hours behind me.
Yeah. But Liz and I both
when I see it opening night.
I hope you like it. Liz and I went to Target and I bought her a Chewie outfit. So it's like a Chewie onesie.
That's cool.
And she's going to wear it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You have to wear it. That's awesome.
And then she bought me a new Star Wars shirt. It's coming in the mail, so.
That's awesome. I think I might buy that. I might wear that other taco shirt I have. It says Mini Bothans died to give you these tacos.
So let me ask you this question: you guys remember Halloween as a kid?
I never did Halloween as a kid.
Really?
So I grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
So your religion. Okay. Nick, what about you?
Yeah, I did trick or treating up till I was like 11 or 12.
What did you dress as? What was your favorite?
What was your favorite costume? And why?
I just bought whatever my folks had. Like I was never like, I need to be such and such for Halloween. It was just like, do you want to be blah, blah? I'm just like, sure, whatever. I used to live in fucking Southeast Fresno, like a little ghetto neighborhood. Like there was nothing like exciting about.
None of the kids dressed up over there anyway. They're all
they're
all hooligans.
They're all thugs. So it perfectly fits.
Homeless people with carts. That was their.
Or dress up was like a mask. That was it, and it was just like maybe your face was painted. It was like a half face paint. You're like, I'm a kid who got his face painted.
We always went all out. Like 1 year while I was like 5, we went as the Flintstones, and I was Bam Bam. My mom was what was Barney's wife's name?
Betty.
Betty. Yeah, so my mom was Betty, and I was Bam Bam, and my brother was Scream, and then this Ghostface. My sister was she was somebody else from my show, so it was really cute. And then my favorite one was always Cat in the Hat.
You were Cat in the Hat, right? Yeah, I was like, because you could.
You're
tall, lanky. You look like Cat. You look like Cat in the Hat.
I was Cat in the Hat about 5 years in a row because the costume was so big. I fit that shit forever. And then my last.
What's Taylor gonna be? Probably Cat in the Hat.
Then my last one was Men in Black. And I was like 8.
How are you Men in Black?
Because I was.
Were you Will Smith? Did you do blackface?
No, I should have.
Dude, you should have did fucking blackface.
Actually, my dad's a huge racist, and here's a reasonable thing. It's kind of like how the Indians treat white people. It's like the first time he ever met a black person was in Chicago. He got mugged and robbed. So
but that's so dumb. Like, that's so dumb. I got in an accident, so fuck cars.
It happens to people.
I just say.
I'm not trying to defend it.
I know that. That's a silly line of reasoning.
Yeah, but it's like, well, fucking all people.
I was at Olive Garden one time, and this breadstick punched me in the face. So fuck breadsticks. Fuck all of breadsticks.
Well, it's just like, I was driving back from I used to live in Sacramento to Green Bay, and we stopped at a Subway and we got sick. I didn't eat Subway for like 4 years after that.
That's true. Well, that's food though. It's not people.
It's a
Hey.
But yeah, I remember that, and then it was like because I had a lot of black. My school was 85% black. We went to.
You were in Wisconsin.
No, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma when I was in elementary school for 4 years. It was 85.
So there's a lot of black people in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Oklahoma doesn't strike me as a black state.
It's in the South. It's considered the South.
I'm not good with geography, so I'm going to give you that
That's one of the things that like is bullshit to me. It's like Wisconsin's Midwest, and so is Oklahoma in the Midwest era. But it's like it's just as south as fucking Louisiana, but not like. But it's like it's the same time.
All I know is I was in San Francisco last week, and I thought I was Midwest of California the whole time.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. It's north. I thought I just went this way. I went up and that way.
Yeah. Well, it's like people don't believe that fucking Seattle and San Francisco are both western than LA.
Yeah.
People are like, oh no, LA is as far as west you can go. No, folks, look at a map.
Yeah, look at a map, man.
So, Nick, how was your week?
Did nothing. I mean, I played a little bit of Halo 5.
I like it.
Much of an improvement over Halo 4.
I heard.
Why does everybody hate Halo 4?
It was a new thing. It was new. It was just like
Storyline was the whole thing with bringing back Master Chief only a couple years, and there's still the conflict with fucking Covenant,
which made no sense because then on Halo 3, you're fucking cool with the Covenant, like they're all fist bumping and shit. And Arbiter shows up at Chief's funeral, and he's like, he was the greatest warrior I ever knew. And then 4, it's like the Covenant's fighting you again. And they never explained that why that happened.
Okay.
It was like a branch, like one branch of Covenant wanted to be, or the elites, the one branch of elites wanted to have peace with the galaxy, and the other elites like we need to reclaim our right as the dominant
Elites.
species in the galaxy.
So what's the story so far in 5?
So basically, like Master Chief is gone rogue. He's not responding to people.
The official story is that he's dead.
Yeah.
When really he went out with his man lover.
And then fucking Osiris, which is like Locke, you're like, we need to hunt down Master Chief. And then they're
Master
like, well,
Chief.
you realize that because of doing this, everyone else is going to hate us, like all of the UNSC.
Oh yeah.
So have you beat it yet?
No, just a little bit of it. But I mean, you're basically doing little bits of Osiris
Master Chief
and
and then
Locke.
Locke.
Yeah, you're just swapping back and forth.
It hit me like it reminded me of like how they did it. Was it in 3 or 2? Where you like I think it was 3 where like you ran with.
It was 2.
It was Arbiter, and
yeah, where you'd go to like one level as Arbiter, and then you'd go to this. Okay.
I mean, they're pretty interchangeable. They don't really feel different. The only difference is that with Osiris team, because they're newer Spartans, they have like special equipment that lets you like search out like audio logs, that the hidden shit. But when you're playing as Master Chief, you're not as advanced, so you have to actually like search for.
So these guys are newer Spartans.
Yeah,
newer Spartans.
Which is weird because like I think it was at the end of.
So were they Spartan 4s?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
So at the end of 3, like they said, like they're done with making Spartans, and then somewhere between 3 and 4, they start remaking Spartans.
And see, the story for me, like I said, the story for me is so convoluted. Like, and I heard the story is very good. Like when you play in the books and the games and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
It really in the books, it really shows how
Watch
powerful
yourself.
Spartans really are. Like,
Yeah.
and each Spartan's like not the same. They each have their special ability. And Master Chief had the worst. His is just luck.
Yeah, that's him. He's lucky.
Yeah, and that's the reason why Cortana picks him. She's like, he always lucks out, and it's like, fuck.
Well, I mean, in the books, the reason that they created the Spartans were to go dominate a planet. Like,
Yeah.
So they were supposed to go they would send a Spartan to go crush a rebellion on a planet. So that's how, kind of put it in perspective, how powerful Spartans are. They would send one to a planet and go take care of that planet. So one Spartan was responsible for a whole fucking planet.
Did you ever see the anime movies they had, like all the shorts? That's in my opinion, some of those are really good.
They're really good.
Even the first Arbiter one was really
The
good.
Arbiter one, where like they treat it like a samurai thing,
Yeah, that was cool.
So fucking good.
And then the one where it was like the guys who were like the elite snipers that had this Spartan with them, and it turns out to be a female Spartan.
Yeah.
That's the hypest shit.
Take the shot. Love that, man. Fucking love that. Take the shot.
One thing I was telling Simon about is that's really annoying about Halo 5 is that there's so many different functions now that they want you to perform, and there's not enough fucking buttons, or at least comfortable use of buttons on the Xbox controller. Because they want you to now they want you to aim down sights, so
ADS.
they move the grenade from there. Then now they want you to shoot down there.
That's why I played anyway. Like, well, no. Yeah, that's why I played anyway. I mean, I had left sticker Doom,
Yeah.
and then right instick was still melee.
What else? Now you have your jump and clamber. So now you have to hold down the jump button when you're going to reach like higher ledges.
Oh.
You have your little side juke. You have your little quick boost from forward back, just like Advanced Warfare. Then you have like a bash. You can sprint, and then you use your melee to bash like down.
Yeah, my son
hidden
was doing
walls
that.
and things like that. And there's all these different things, and I'm just like, They totally designed this to sell you the Elite controller.
Yeah.
So that way you're just like,
That's
oh,
what I
I can't
thought
do all
when I
this
heard
stuff, but
him
if I buy
talking.
the Elite controller, I have.
Oh, look at all these different things. I had all at my fingertips.
I want to see what the profit margin is on that.
Huge.
It's got to be fucking huge.
Like,
There's no way there's $150 tech in that controller.
I'm gonna check it out at work today. See how much I get for.
There's no way.
So Simon, how was your week?
It was really good.
You beat Transformers. I've never talked about that.
I forgot your game. I was going to bring
And
you
my
Transformers.
shirts.
And your shirts. No, your shirts are in your car. Or in my car. I left them in there so I wouldn't forget them, but I forgot your game.
So what's the
It's
Transformers
so good. It's the best game of the year for me.
so far?
Yeah,
right?
so far.
Because there's still games coming out.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed. I haven't played Halo. I haven't played Battlefront. I haven't played Call of Duty.
Nick, have you played Fatal Frame 5 yet?
I downloaded the free trial of it.
Is
It's
it
on
worth
Vita
buying?
or
And it's
PS4?
Wii U.
Oh.
And mechanic-wise, it's no different than any of the previous Fatal Frames.
I've seen people play it, and it's like you're using the Wii, like the gamepad as a camera. Like it's really cool because
That's
like you have to, like
fucking cool.
if you want to do a portrait picture, you have to actually turn the gamepad sideways.
The only thing is that, from what I've seen, like, a lot of the ghost battles are pretty drawn out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you shoot them once, they disappear. Then, like, they disappear, and you have to, like, move it around. Like, oh, they showed up over here, and then you're doing this shit with the pad. You're turning it.
But wasn't that the old one too? Because I remember playing
It
that
was,
on the
but I
old
mean,
one.
it just feels more. Longer, more physically.
What's the
certain
asking
than
price
it is.
for it?
It's $50.
Whoa!
And the fact that they censored it for the
Yeah.
US also.
Well, it's not that exciting. I bought.
What did they censor?
So basically, they had in the Japanese version, they were ridiculously like over sexualized.
They look like
bikini outfits.
the Asian bitch from.
They look like Dead or Alive characters. They look like skimpy Dead or Alive.
Well, now they look like the bitch from Killer Instinct, the ghost chick.
Oh, okay.
Harusuka, whatever her name is.
Yeah, she's tight, by the way.
But instead, in the US version, the Western version, whatever, they put They put Samus and Legend of Zelda outfits. And the even thing that doesn't make any sense is that Samus has a skin tight outfit, so you're still seeing like lots of like ass and
Right.
tits and
Well, you
everything.
can't-
It's like, what did you censor?
Well, it's like Bayonetta 2. It's like I think Nintendo's finally realizing, hey, if we make M-rated games, they're gonna sell because there aren't adult people that buy our consoles.
And they didn't censor Bayonetta 2, which doesn't make any sense. Why censor Fatal Frame?
Right, but not
But
bad.
not-
Because
Bayonetta.
Fatal Frame, it's a Nintendo exclusive property, right?
They have pretty much. They have
Yeah.
a deal with Tecmo.
I
And
thought I played Fatal Frame on PS3 or 2.
it used to be, but now Nintendo and Tecmo have this thing.
Tech Mobile?
And it's like their skin looks really good. Like how creepy that sounds. Their skin looks awesome.
No, that doesn't sound creepy at all.
I think they just did it because they felt like, hey, we don't feel comfortable with this kind of creepy, like, teenage girls, focusing on their body. With
I'm very aroused.
And it's like the first girl you play as, like she's wearing like the fucking knee-high socks and a really mini skirt, like a school dress, and
Nice.
it's like that's distracting. I cannot play a video game with a girl running around like that.
I'm very aroused.
Yeah.
I think I can wait for a sale if I ever choose to buy it. I can wait for it to go on sale in the future.
The translated name too. Like now it's like
Maiden of Blackwater.
Maiden of Blackwater. We used to be Megan of Soggy Ravens. That was the
fuck?
that was the straight translation. Maiden of Soggy Ravens, and I was like, that's fucking hype.
Never eat soggy waffles.
Yeah, northeast, southwest. Yeah. So Simon, continue. How was your week?
It doesn't even matter.
Did you get
anymore.
Assassin's
You
Creed?
just didn't fucking cut me off. It's
Did
fine.
you get Assassin's Creed?
I didn't. No, I wish now that I would have because it's
Yeah.
like supposed to be the best fucking Assassin's
There are
Creed
so
ever.
many fucking things about it now.
But it was good. I went to San Francisco, went to the Bay Area. That was fun. They live differently over there. I got lost on a ferry.
Yeah, you told me about that.
But it was fun.
Now, to be fair, we're talking about
The boat, not
riding
the,
ferry.
yeah, the riding ferry, not the ferries in San Francisco themselves.
That would have been a good story, though.
Yeah. Side note: I did take my son went to a play at Tower Theater here in Fresno, Peter the Rabbit, and they had a cat there, and it was an actress acting as a cat, and she was very seductive. And I thought that's exactly what she was doing, dude. And she was all like, moving all sexy and stuff. And I thought, man, it's kind of inappropriate for kids. I'm very aroused. But I mean, this has got
I'm with a Pee Wee Herman it up right now, alright?
Yeah, exactly. At a certain point, she like lays down like a cat lays down, like kind of like on her shoulders, on her side, and she like lifts her leg like straight up. Like I'm not talking about like lazily. I mean like ballet dancer, like asymmetrical line, 90-degree angle, and like is like doing this motion, like she's like cleaning herself, and I'm like,
Were you the only guy there?
no, there's a ton of other parents there. There's this black guy in front of me. I'm like, is it me or is that kind of hot, man? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty hot, man. I'm like, I'm very aroused. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I mean, that's pretty hot. And then she was really hot. Like you could see her face. Like she was wearing like a cat head, but you could see her face. And that's the other thing too. These fucking people come out and they're dressed as like rabbits, and you can see. I'm like, this is a furry fucking like. If there's furries here, they're fucking freaking out right now.
They're yelping it up right now.
yeah. Because they're all a bunch of fucking furries acting like animals and shit, and jumping around, and then the cat comes out and she's all fucking sexy and shit, and I'm like, fucking furries, man.
The internet ruins everything.
The internet ruins everything. And she was hot too. She was a ginger. She had like actual like red hair. She had freckles, green eyes. I was very aroused. Anyway,
it sounds too much like my mom, so I'm good.
So, but that was kind of a surprise there. But yeah, gaming wise, I played. My son played a little bit of Halo. I haven't played it. I was very disappointed that it's not couch co-op at all whatsoever.
That was, my opinion, was like the
I'm like, what
stupidest
the
thing.
fuck? Like,
and then
thanks 343.
It runs at a solid 60 frames, but there's screen tearing and other issues.
Yeah,
I'm like, you can hit the 60 frames, but yeah, you still have these other issues coming in.
Why can't we get true 60 frames on consoles? Can you guys answer me that? Because you guys know more
They're
about
not.
it.
The new systems aren't strong enough. In the
But
the
the
CPU, the CPU is weak.
The NX is gonna be though. Just wait.
That's because of the way Nintendo
Fucking
designs
NX,
their games.
yeah.
Well, no, it's not even that.
Different font.
It'll be 60 frames, but the characters will look all fucking
No, it's,
cartoony and
Nintendo
stupid.
was like, we're now gonna have the top of the line system, and it's like, okay, for the next 3 years until Xbox and PS4 send their next system out, and then you're gonna be back to the bottom.
Fuck, man. You guys, what's the time ratio? When do you think we'll see an Xbox 2 or a PS5?
So this is already 2 years.
Yeah, because they came out. It's been
I
out
would
for
say
2.
4 or 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Makes sense.
How much do you think they'll price tag up?
Same price.
You think they'll be at $399?
Yeah, because they learned from last time. At 500 or 600, they weren't selling at the rate that these ones are.
I don't know. I think if they're gonna do it, I think technology in the next 5 years.
But I don't know. You say that though, and look at the consoles they're coming out with terabytes. They're $499. They're $429. Like,
Well,
the price tag is going up.
They're pushing for people who are like collectors and people who want the premium experience.
Well, it's not that for your Xbox One. I used an external up there and it didn't work.
That's true.
For your PS4, you can open it up and take out the hard drive, and put your hard drive into it.
Yeah.
So it's like if you like, it's a real ladies who don't want to do the effort as well as collectors, because that new Halo 5 one looks really cool, the gray and black.
My the guy that I went to go see in San Francisco, he bought that one. It's a beautiful console.
My week's been alright.
Huh?
My week's been alright.
How was your? Actually, hang on. How was your week, Taylor?
Good. I got new Yu-Gi-Oh game on my.
You got Yu-Gi-Oh games? Fuck you, we're going at it, man.
I'm fucking whoop your ass. You can't do split screen.
I was wondering what the
Oh,
fuck
god damn it,
You
man.
can see your fucking achievement because I had the previous console and now you can see like a whole.
Wait,
list of
what
other
console
people.
did you buy it on?
Xbox One.
Oh, I'm fucking buying it. We're
It
gonna
was $20. It's not that bad, but it's like I played. So I watched the first original series and then GX, and then everything after that's all new to me.
Whoa, okay, all right.
And everything after that's like 5D, and the other ones are fucking.
I don't know any of those.
Yeah, that's saying that's any of those. But it's like, so I built my deck around the cards I actually used when I used to play.
Right.
And it's like the CPU can't stand up to me because like people are like, oh, I was trying to do a strategy. Mine's like, no, I want level 3 monsters with high attack, level 4 monsters with high attack, and then my higher. I only want level 5 and 6, and then maybe 1 or 2 level 7 or 8.
Right, yeah, and then the rest is all just getting cards out.
It's all getting cards, get them out there.
That's what that game is. It's very easy. Just get cards out and sacrifice.
Well, even when I was a kid, like
And straight.
I would play guys who had like strategy decks, and it's like, okay, it doesn't matter.
I had a strategy deck.
It doesn't matter because like what if you have a bad draw?
Exactly.
My bad draw is okay. I have this level 3 monster, this is 1750 per attack. Your bad draw is like I got no monsters.
I got no monsters.
There are some tournament rules missing. Like if you draw a hand and you can't play a single monster, you're supposed to be able to call it shenanigans and reshuffle it.
Right.
And it's like they don't allow that, as well as how the chains work. So it's supposed to be like
Yeah, I never understood the chains in the actual console game. I could do them here.
yeah.
Like,
So it's supposed to be like if it has the quick play.
Did we lose you, Nick? Are you still with us, Nick?
If it has
I'm fucking gone.
if it has the quick play, it's supposed to take priority over everything else. So if
Okay.
you use like Monster Reborn and then I use Mystical Space Typhoon, my Mystical Space Typhoon should kill your Monster Reborn before you can revive that monster. But in this game, you revive your monster. And
See, I didn't play like that. I played the other way that you're saying. I played that
Yeah,
one.
that's how it's supposed to be played.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is there online play? Can
Yes.
you play against other people?
Yes.
Are there? Have you tried like?
No,
are there actually
so
other
I'm
people?
afraid to go on.
You can get your ass whooped.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna
it's like
happen.
that's the guy who fucking has like a really good strat deck.
How much is it? $20?
$20.
I think I'll buy it.
But there's a lot of cool shit. It's like I hope.
Do they have all? Okay, how do you buy cards though?
I was gonna say. I hope this is how Street Fighter does theirs. Is where like you win it from playing people or playing CPUs, and then it's like $400 a booster pack or 400
Oh,
points
cool.
a booster pack, and it's like sometimes you're not gonna draw shit. Like I bought about 40 Joey decks Joey packs before.
That's what's wrong with you. You're buying
No,
Joey
I
packs.
wanted Jinzo, and I know Jinzo was in Joey's
he's
pack.
in Joey's deck. Yeah,
And
Jinzo's a good card.
Yeah, I was like, I had Jinzo, and I was
You know
like,
what
fuck
Jinzo
it.
does, Nick?
I
Do you know what he does?
know
He's a trap
nothing about.
master.
You know what I know about fucking Yu-Gi-Oh? Dark Magician Girl. That's all I fucking know.
I got that too, and
God damn
I was
it.
gonna run her in my
Fucking
deck,
Nick.
but I was like, it's useless because I don't know what the
No, she's
magicians.
not good.
And
Yeah.
card games with motorcycles. Those are the only two things I know.
God damn
That's
it.
5D.
That's
That's
5D is so bad. They have to duel while they're on motorcycles. So fucking stupid. 5D can take the D for all that I care.
So we're gonna start off positive, and then we're gonna stroll into a shit show.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wait. We're gonna stroll into a shit
Yeah,
show?
we're gonna go
this is good right
Yeah,
now?
we're good right now. So we already talked about the Star Wars trailer and how it was.
So good.
Who was missing?
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
You want to know why Luke was missing?
Right.
This is from J.J. Abrams' mouth. He said to was basically make consumers question the trailer and want to go see the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I
like how he's...
I thought it was because his face looks like the guy from RoboCop, the guy that gets stuck in the
Fuck,
fucker.
bro! I've seen him. He was in. He was on an episode of The Flash that I didn't know about. He's rough to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is.
That's what drugs do to you. That's Star Wars drugs.
Well, it was a fucking accident that he had. That was one. That was why he looked so different in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And then just age.
Yep.
I mean, he looks like a Sith Lord.
Maybe
He
that's-
looks like Palpatine after Palpatine gets all fucked up, and he's like, "My face
So what do you think of
has
this
been
marketing?
disfigured."
What if he is? What if he is fucking the Sith in fucking movie? That's why they haven't shot him.
So what's your thoughts on this marketing tactic?
For what? I think it's good.
You think it's good?
Yeah. I don't like how we have. I do because to me it doesn't bother me, but it also I miss the times where you got one trailer and that trailer didn't really show you much.
There was like what 2 full trailers? Everything else was teasers.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is like you get it from so many. Well, no, this was trailer 3.
Well, okay, so there was
This
3
was
trailers.
This is always 3 trailers, but you know it's. Now you can see they show so much of the fucking movie that it's like.
Well-
then you go into the movie looking for those scenes, and sometimes those scenes, like you said, I think what did you go see?
Straight out of Compton.
No, not Straight Outta Compton.
Because there was a scene
It
in the
was the
trailer.
Fantastic Four, where you were saying that there's. Or was I talking to you
No.
about it? I'm so sorry.
Well, Straight Outta Compton, there's the part in the trailer like where they go to Eazy-E's bag and there's like a fucking M16 in there. They can't bring us on the bus. That scene was not in the movie at all.
No.
So that was one thing I remember.
Yeah, so stuff like that. Whereas like okay, perfect example. J.J. Abrams when Cloverfield came out. Like Cloverfield had one trailer and it was a very short trailer and it was very like nobody even fucking knew what Cloverfield was.
It wasn't that good movie.
It was a great movie. Go
No.
fuck yourself.
I didn't like the camera. Where
That's
it's
what I
like,
loved
no.
about it. Either you loved that or
If that played into the next fucking Godzilla movie, or played into the current Godzilla movie, like that was.
But it wasn't a Godzilla movie. It
But I'm
was a
saying
movie into itself.
That could have been way better if they played into Godzilla.
Oh my god. Do you like Cloverfield?
I like it.
Thank you.
But I mean, it's a movie that can only work once because
Right.
that whole found
Yes.
footage thing is so it's done. It's
Well,
over.
like to me, like Blair Witch was my Cloverfield. And I saw Blair Witch, and I was like, okay, no other found footage movie is gonna be as good as this.
That's cool. I'll give you that. I don't think that the only thing I'll say into like what do they call it to like combat that would be that it was done in a different type of genre. Well, what made it cool was that you were watching it on this camcorder and you were watching these super cool effects while watching it on a camcorder. I thought that was cool.
It was alright.
But either you loved it or you hated it. I know a lot of people were like, "Fuck that! I got sick watching."
I was
this
in the
stupid
middle.
Movie.
Like I
I loved it. It was
I was
great.
okay.
At the very end, like you know, where
I didn't like all like the rumors were like if you watch it backwards you can see the monster's still alive in the water or when the monster first landed.
No, well, you don't have to watch it backwards. It's the last frame of the movie. You see it fall down.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought that was cool because I had to go back and watch it, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And it shows them when they're at
the Ferris wheel.
when on the Ferris wheel and they're like doing whatever. You see it fall on the back.
Well, I was like, wait, so that means they're all connected somehow. I don't want to fucking.
No, that's people just being stupid.
Well, no, but it's like that's the way that's playing off to me. It's like their love started this shit.
Did you like what was the one he did after Cloverfield?
Super 8?
Super 8. Did you like Super 8?
It was alright. It wasn't as good as Super, who was originally called Super 8, and then J. Abrams sued him for the name.
Oh, really?
Super 8 was the guy from Office, The Office.
Oh,
and-
Super. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
Super.
originally called Super 8, and then they changed it because Super 8 came out. So it was called Super.
Oh.
It had him and Ellen Page, and you see Ellen Page get her face blown off with a shotgun.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
I have to watch that.
Yeah, it's a weird movie that's like.
Yeah, they're like superheroes,
it's
right?
Peter Gunn, who later did fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, so it's a really weird movie. Like, really
They're
weird
superheroes, but they're not actual
No,
superheroes.
they're like
right?
Punishers. That's basically he's the
right,
Punisher,
right.
and like the best part of the scene is like when he's doing crime fighting, and like he goes to a guy in a Santa Claus outfit, and he's like trying to like kidnap kids, and he's like, "Don't molest children," and he hits the guy in the face with the monkey wrench. And I'm like, it's so dumb.
And it's pretty it's pretty graphic too.
Yeah.
Like there's a part where like he's waiting in line, or like a guy's cutting in line. He's like, "Hey, get back to the line." He's just like, "Fuck you." So he goes back to his car. And he puts on, he's just a regular guy, he's dressed up normal, but then he goes to his car, he puts on his outfit, and he gets to ranch, and he fucking hits the guy in the head, and he has this huge fucking gash, and he's bleeding. He's like, I know who you fucking are, because
I just saw you. That's great. I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
Yeah,
man.
and then the whole story has Kevin Bacon in it. He's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy, yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah, and it's like the guy has a weird fetish with bunnies. Like, basically, like, his wife leaves him because they're in a boring relationship, and like he replaced her with a bunny. And like,
Right.
it's really weird. It's the
You've heard the third rule of Kevin Bacon, right? Like somebody in Hollywood, or even somebody you know, like
7 degrees.
Is it 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Like in 7 steps, they're somehow related or know Kevin.
Well,
Bacon.
now it's like fucking in 2 because he had a really good comeback.
That's crazy.
Almost as good RDJ, like where he was just like in everything.
That's true. That's right. Yeah, he was. He was in a lot of stuff. He was in
X-Men First Class.
He was in X-Men First Class. That's right.
Speaking of X-Men, I'm glad I brought that up.
Oh god. Do
Do you guys remember the trailer featuring my spirit animal DMX?
For X-Men?
For Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
So you remember that big metal guy you saw?
Colossus?
Yes. He's gonna have a Colossus role in the movie apparently. Like they said, like he's gonna have it's not gonna be as big as Deadpool's, but he's gonna be involved in it as much as.
Oh, that's cool. Colossus is a cool character.
Fuck yeah, and then they're gonna do him right. He's not gonna be some like he's gonna be Russian, but he's not gonna be like how he was in.
I thought they did him good in First Class. He was cool in First Class.
He was in First Class. He was in 3 and then Days of Future Past.
Oh, Days of Future Past. I like
Days of Future Past, like he gets
It's dope.
fucking murked.
Yeah, but it's by those super this is what I liked about Days of Future Past. They showed how ruthless and powerful the Sentinels
They weren't
were.
big enough for me.
The what?
They weren't big enough for me.
Well, the new ones weren't. No, but the thing was, is like they were these futuristic ones, and the Sentinels, like that's in the comics, like yeah, they were fucking huge, but they were like ruthless, man. Like there was a danger room for a reason, like to train against these motherfuckers because they would murk your ass.
I remember when
like,
they showed him in X-Men Last Stand, where it was like Wolverine and Colossus in the danger room,
Oh,
and he
that
cuts
was-
off the head and he throws it.
that
and,
was
like,
so fucking dumb.
That should have been what the Sentinels look like. You know, they should have been like, you know, but they shouldn't be.
But
like,
that was stupid.
They
like-
shouldn't be 15 feet tall. They should be stories high.
Yeah.
But it's
But
like,
it's stupid that it's like I think you wouldn't be able to do that in film, and then it was that whole baseball grab was fucking dumb.
But the thing is, have you ever played any of the X-Men games? X-Men, was it Rise of X-Men or X-Men Rise of Apocalypse or the original one or the fucking Marvel Ultimate Hero games? That happens to him.
No, I know that, but the thing
Like,
is,
that was one thing that.
but the way that they do it in the comics looks a lot better than like he doesn't fucking. But see, in the comics, Colossus is this huge
He's,
fucking
like, 7
guy,
feet tall, yeah.
And then in the comics, Wolverine's like 4'3", and he's fucking burly as fuck, and he's this little guy. And literally, it was called the baseball throw because he would get on his arm and he would chuck him, and he would fucking go at him like that. Like that's the baseball throw.
Yeah.
Wouldn't grab him and give him a wedgie and like fucking throw him like I don't know, it was stupid.
I do gotta say though, does anyone here know who Colossus' brother is? He was part of Weapon X, Omega Red.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why didn't I say Omega Red? Is
Omega
it the
Red's
fucking
his
metal
brother,
things coming
yeah.
out? I kept thinking of Juggernaut because Juggernaut is Xavier's brother,
Yes, a step brother.
stepbrother.
So you guys
He's
think
adopted.
you guys think this is gonna play into the next X-Men movie? Because they're both.
I hope so.
I would hope so too.
But wait, is it
Is Fox is making it because Deadpool's considered a mutant.
I don't know. Fox hasn't been like
I don't know. I think
doing
I
things
think
with
this is
Marvel.
either gonna make Fox or break Fox because
Wow.
it's the first M-rated superhero movie we're getting besides like Spawn or Crow, which actually
I like that it's rated
mature
R.
rated because that's Deadpool. That's the way it's supposed to be.
He has to be.
And then I don't know. I hope it does good, but if it does bad, I hope they sell the rights back to Fox or sell the rights
Back to Marvel.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well. I also think there will be a lot of parents who are not going to know that this is a very different kind of superhero
movie. I'm always amazed by that, how fucking stupid people are. It's like, oh, it's a superhero movie. Let's go, Tyson. Let's go see it. And it's like, what do you mean he's sucking some girl's cock? Like, what's happening? It's
Whoa,
like,
wait. He's sucking a girl's cock?
Exactly. That's
Are
what I mean.
you Kojima now?
Her chimichanga?
Her chimichanga, that's what I'm saying. It's like, did you not do any research as to who this character was? Did you just go, oh, it's a generic superhero movie, so let's go see it?
No.
It's like, fuck, man.
But I
Is
think-
there coffee in here?
Yes.
Is it hot?
Yes. I think Deadpool's well enough known that people are like, okay, he's like the mold breaker.
He's well enough known to people who are like going to rush out and go see it, but to everyone else who's just like,
That's what I'm saying.
you know, the little 12-year-old kid like who has a Deadpool shirt, and your parents are just like, oh, that's so cute. He's such a girl.
Have you guys ever wondered why Cortana was always naked?
Because why not?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, the director of 343 was like, she's naked because she uses it as a power stance, so it keeps people she's talking to on their edge, and gives her the upper hand in every conversation.
I'm very aroused.
But she's not. She doesn't have any general okay. She's naked, but
She has
Exactly.
yeah, it might as well
But the
just be a
thing is,
skin tight suit.
If she's talking to a man or a woman, she's using their primal instincts to be like, okay, well, this girl is sexually attractive if she was real, but she's not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when you're talking to somebody, you don't really know if they're real or not. You ever use Cleverbot?
No.
That's an AI online.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the two clever bots talk to each other?
No.
Pretty funny.
I know there was a machine that was sitting in it, and it was like, it would ask you a question like, which one of you can talk? And it was like 3 machines, 2 were dummies, 1 had the AI in it. And I was like, I don't know. And he'd be like, correction, I am the one who can talk. And the next thing they do, throw it in the fucking fire.
Fucking Cleverbot, dude. There's a video online of 2 Cleverbots talking together. They're talking to each other, and the last thing it fucking says is creepy as fuck. And I don't remember what it is, but it's something like it's like I know how you feel now, or it's like fucking weird. And you're like, they're gonna take over the world, man.
Well, Cleverbot has been ruined by the internet.
Why?
Have you not done like a conversation like, what do you hate? And like, black people or Jews. And it's like,
You say ruined, I say made stronger. That's all.
yeah, there's a lot of like shit where like, it was a learning AI, so it learned people to tell it to it. So like I got out in the beginning, and it was like, how
Is
are
it
you?
online? We'll have to do it after this.
It's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, good. And it'd be like, how are you? And it'd be like, how are you doing? It was like really repetitive. And now it's like you can hold a full conversation with you. It's pretty cool.
No, I'm telling you, there's a video of 2 Cleverbots talking to each other. We'll watch it. It's scary. It's like watching fucking Skynet, man.
Built,
It's fucking Skynet, bro.
Man, speaking of trailers, whatever trailer company made the fucking trailers for Terminator Genesis fucking ruined it. Like,
I tell you, I won't go see that movie.
If they never would have showed John Connor in it at all, the movie would have been amazing. The movie would have blown people away. But since they spoiled that by showing it in the trailer, it kind of ruined everything.
I don't think the movie was going to do well to begin with, but I think it would at least would have intrigue and like be like, oh man, did you see that twist? And
Well, because the biggest complaint I heard from like reading forums and going on there like doing on the like Rotten Tomatoes, it's like the trailer ruined the movie, and it was like, okay, it may not have been like the greatest movie, but it would have done better than it did. It wouldn't have fucking bombed.
I just don't. I think I follow the whole like doctrine of Peter Griffin, where it's like I don't know why we need another Terminator movie.
Because it was good.
That's the whole thing. Is like
it was good. It exists in that time period. You
Yeah.
don't need another.
Like for me, Terminator 2 has, and will be the best
Oh
Terminator.
yeah,
that
it
they've come
goes
out with.
T2, T1, Genesis, and then the other two.
Whoa! Hang on there, Chief. I liked 3.
Get the fuck out of my house. 3 was hands down the worst one.
That's why I liked it. I thought it was.
You gave me shit about like Attack of the Clones, but you like Terminator 3?
Attack of the Clones was
Terminator
so
3
awful.
is pretty terrible. The only thing I liked about it was the idea that Judgment Day was unavoidable.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I liked. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Because if you think about all the Terminator movies, the Terminators weren't sent back in time to change history.
Anything.
They were sent to protect John Connor and Sarah Connor, and that was their only mission. So
It was just John Connor. It was like, the first one was John Cena.
Oh, okay.
But the second one, it was just John Connor.
Yeah.
And the third one was
The
just
only
John
reason that
Connor.
his mother was being protected was because
of John Connor.
She was the mother of the Savior.
Yeah.
And I really did like...
Jesus Christ. I mean...
Neo. I mean...
Neo.
I really did like in Genesis, they really showed off that like... fuck, what was I going to say? I totally forgot. Oh, that John Connor didn't know anything past the part he sends Kyle Reese back. Like, literally,
Right.
he's like, after tonight, it's a whole new future. I don't know anything. He's like, my mother told me everything up to this point.
Wait, so... I don't know. I don't even want to get into it because it's a convoluted fucking thing.
Yeah, then you're getting into like fucking. Is it one timeline or are there alternate timelines?
Well, no, it's
That's
always...
the problem with Terminator.
No, it always starts the same. It always starts with humanity, like, finally winning Skynet and then sending something back to make sure John Connor gets born, and then it makes a parallel universe off of there. Like in Genesis, it turns out being that Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese, they go into the future. And so therefore, John Connor is never born, But the John Connor from the original universe gets sent back by
I'm already
Skynet.
done. I'm already done. That's what I'm saying.
God
That's why I didn't want to get
Where's
into it.
fucking Doc Brown with the chalkboard?
We have to go back, Marty! It's Sarah. She marries a black man.
Back to Judgment Day.
That'd be a great concept. Fucking, you replace fucking Michael J. Fox with the Kyle Reese character.
God damn it, man.
Kyle Reese, we have to go back.
We have to go back to the future. Fuck, man.
We need to get this hoverboard up to 80.
Move your ass. That Terminator's gonna kill us.
Somewhere like an executive is listening to shit like that.
It's be like special thanks, Game Maker 69.
God damn it, man. That's so good. Fucking. It's just proof. Terminator 2. That's all we need, man. That's it. Fuck, man. Oh my god. That was pretty good. What else do you got, Chief? I love a Christ.
So, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this company called Red Fly. It's a developing company. They shot an idea to EA to make a Darth Maul game, and they shot them the fuck down. They're like, no, we're not going to do that.
Why would you not want to make a Darth Maul game?
And then the guys went to Reddit and was like, hey, we're planning on making this Darth Maul game, and EA shit on us. Can you guys help us out at all? And now they get a second opportunity.
I'll play a Darth Maul game.
I've
As
seen
long
the-
as it's done by Platinum.
I've seen the footage, and it basically looks a lot like what
Jedi Outcast?
the Force Unleashed was, except with
Darth Maul.
And I don't want it. I don't want it because we just need to leave the original, the prequels behind. We
Like-
just need to
like
just
let 'em
avoid
go.
that. Let's let it go.
See, I'm with that. I think but see, I'm always kind of conflicted because there's so much good canon stuff out there that nobody ever.
Whoa,
nobody
no. There's
Actually, not canon stuff.
yeah,
I should say that.
none of it's canon anymore. I like that picture.
forget.
I like that picture of Han Solo and Rey. She's like, I've heard the stories, and then Han Solo's like, none of it's canon.
None of it's canon. God damn it, man.
Although I do like your idea. If it was made by Platinum, which won't happen because they're busy with other shit. If it was made by Platinum, then it would be good.
Man,
That'd be great.
I keep looking at Platinum's like little release schedule. It's like they have 3 major games coming next year, and it's like Scalebound is giving me their fucking biggest game, and I can't wait for it. And it's getting proper fucking ad revenue. Like Microsoft's pushing that shit
It
super
is.
hard.
Well, it's because it's exclusive, right?
Yeah, and it's like I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, me too. I just.
And the new Nier 2, they showed a trailer at the Paris Game Show, so that was really cool.
Ooh, was it good?
I didn't watch it. I don't not in Nier.
Oh, fuck Nier.
Yeah. So, did you guys know who made Escape from New York, Escape from LA, right? John Carpenter.
Yep.
He had a good story about how he saved Kojima from being sued. And basically, his lawyers were like, "Hey, we're going after the creator of Metal Gear Solid for infringing on Snake Plissken
Oh yeah.
because they look identical. They look so much alike." And John Carpenter said, and I quote here, he told his legal reps, "I don't want you guys to sue him. He's too nice of a guy, at least to me."
Oh.
And I was like, that's a good story because like, be nice to people you don't know.
Well, that's cool. I mean, maybe...
Because he just sued a France company who made a movie called Freedom, which is literally, it was just fucking Escape from New York again. And they sued the fuck out of him. Like, he made like $19 million off of it. And it's like, he could have sued Metal Gear Solid 1, and we never would have had what we have today.
We never would have had Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Or Hideo Kojima.
Yeah. Well, no, Kojima would still be around. He wouldn't make a Metal
No, he
Gear.
would have died.
He would have hung himself?
Yeah, hung himself. And he wouldn't have been an S-rank character in Metal Gear 5 for some reason.
God damn it.
And everybody else's highest rank is like C.
No, what are we talking about?
I mean, but when you get him,
Oh.
like the first time you get him, like all your other guys are like B-rated highest, and he's a fucking
S.
major triple, quadruple S rank.
So, what do you guys think? You guys like John Carpenter?
I don't know who he is.
Really?
Yeah. The name sounded familiar.
So my favorite of his is still Big Trouble in Little China. That's the only
Not the
favorite.
Thing?
No. I mean, maybe it's because I just haven't watched The Thing as much. But I mean, as a kid, I remember watching Big Trouble in Little China. That was always like a
That one
kitschy.
was pretty good.
I like this
It doesn't hold
series.
up though.
I still like it.
I like the Escape series. Those are pretty good.
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York. Escape from LA. No.
I always thought it was cool because like there were always rumors that they'd do Escape from Cleveland, which was the prequel.
They need to do an Escape from Detroit, and just do like a. It doesn't
I
even
remember
need to
that
be a
show.
movie. Just like
That the
like
story
do a
of-
documentary of
the
people
story-
trying to get the fuck
the
out of
story
Detroit.
of Eminem.
God damn it, man.
So we all own Xbox Ones here. We all have current live memberships, right?
Yep.
So wonder what the games are for this month's gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Terrible.
I don't know. For 360, not bad. We have
We get them with the Xbox One too, right?
Yeah. Well,
I get them.
I'll tell you.
We get them, not you.
I do.
Oh, you do? You
Yeah.
got the preview?
Yeah. So Dirt 3 was fun. Dungeon Scenes 3 I liked.
I don't know what any of those things.
God damn, let me play them. Phenom and Night Squad from over the Xbox One. I've never heard of these games.
So what was it? What was the first one you said? Start with the
Phenom. P-N-E-U-M.
Penum or
Whatever.
I'm so sorry.
But
I'm
anyways,
talking
it's
all
kind of
over
like
the
a
place.
Myst type game. You know, you're in like, it's all well rendered, but there's puzzles you have to solve, and I'm just like, interesting, but I wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah. Well, we're in it for free, so.
Yeah.
And then I like Dungeon Sea. I think it was a fun game. Like, people were shitting on it, and it's like, okay, they're still free though, right?
Yeah.
What about the fucking time where fucking
Go ahead.
all the times fucking Sony's been giving you the same shit over and over again?
Yeah, and coming from a Sony conference, man, I mean, I can tell you, I mean, it's really bad.
Really? You went to a Sony conference?
Well, I mean, our meeting was basically just a fucking Sony conference. That's all it was. Like, they literally shit on the hybrid, like, the first chance they got. They're like, yeah, and there's a lot of data out there that says that, hybrid drives aren't even that good. I'm like, okay. And they're, because one of the...
So it was a Sony rep there, or was
Yes.
it? Oh, okay.
Because one of the legitimate questions was, hey, like, why is the Xbox One already have a terabyte with now with a hybrid drive in it, and like PS4 is just getting like a terabyte hard drive, built into the Call of Duty one, and they were like, well, yeah, that's our first console, and it hasn't been proven that that hybrid drives are even render faster or are better at processing. Tasks from sleep mode. So that I wouldn't even worry about that. And I'm like, okay. Why are you shunning the
Competition?
The competition? Like, why don't you just focus on
But it's one
what
of
you're
those things
doing?
too, where it's like Microsoft has never publicly been shunning Sony. Like every time,
Exactly, that's
every
what
time
I'm
there's been this big Sony launch, Microsoft's like, "Hey, we hope your launch goes well."
Yeah, exactly. But like Sony's more like, oh yeah, you guys fucking.
But
suck.
again, I've never had a conversation with the Microsoft rep besides the one I work with. And
We had I just found this out yesterday. We don't actually have reps; they're subbed out. So I think that's kind of shitty because we don't actually have a rep.
Yeah.
I talked to the people who come and do the stock for Microsoft, like
okay.
who check our signage and stuff like that. But they sub it out to like subcontractors pretty much. So I'm like, that sucks. So you don't really even see the people that sell your product. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of shitty.
I've dealt with Microsoft reps in the past. I don't know if it's the same as the people you were talking to. This is like early Xbox 360 days. And they had to toe the line too. Like back when you're doing with the red ring of death thing,
Right.
you try to bring it up with them, and they were just like they couldn't really comment on it because they're not can't be a representative of the company. You just kind of have to be like, well,
Right.
It's no different if you talk to any rep for anyone. You're not going to give you 100% complete truthful answer.
But did they bash the PS3 like as an answer? Well, the PS3 sucks because of this and this and this.
No.
Like to me, that's super like unprofessional.
But then going on, you were saying about the Elite, I think Microsoft is going with a different market. They're trying to court the high end user. They're being like, hey, you want the premium experience?
Yeah.
$500. I don't think Sony wants to do that because they would look at it as
They're bro
well. Then
system.
you're adding confusion to the market because then you're thinking that we're selling a lesser product because it's cheaper, and then there's a more expensive
Right.
one.
Yeah, I give you that.
So we got a date here for a few things.
We have a date.
Yeah. So Xbox backwards compatibility goes live.
What did you just say right now?
Xbox backwards capability goes live on November 12th.
Okay.
And they released a press conference saying if you have all these DLCs already pre-purchased, like already bought, they're gonna be able to transfer over.
That's awesome. That should be the way that it is.
But somebody asked him, but what if I want to buy DLC on the Xbox One? And their response was, well, you have to go to Xbox.com or go on to your old 360.
There's still an option to do that, so that's great.
It's like, but it's like, do you really need that question? Like, are you really gonna play a 360 game where you have to be like, I need the DLC for this game?
Right.
God damn it!
It's Bud Lightyear, man.
And I
so
mean,
dumb,
you can
man.
use the fucking you said you're in the preview
Yes.
program, right? So right now, I'm really worried about that November 12th date
Yep.
because the operating system is just about 2 weeks away, and that operating system right now for
It's not
preview
good.
is really fucking buggy and glitchy.
See, I have a problem.
Are you in the new are you using the new interface, or are you still using the older?
I'm using the old one still.
Oh, see, I'm in the newer
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and the newer one is really fucking.
It's really
rough.
herky jerky. I don't.
Well,
like
they
it
got
either.
2 weeks to fix that shit.
They're not
Speaking of
going
that,
to.
fucking the 11th, I'm gone that whole week.
November 11th?
Yeah, I'm gone the whole
Where you
fucking
going?
week. I have to go to Visalia for a business trip. Way too
That's
high,
not
buddy.
a business trip. That's
It
just
is.
going to Visalia.
It is a business. I'm getting paid to be there.
Why don't you just drive over there?
Well, because I had a free night. Well, I am driving. I get a free 5-day stay at Hilton.
Fucking go stay at the Hilton. What are you
That's what I'm
driving over
doing.
for?
Yeah, I'm driving over there to stay there for 5 days.
That's cool, man.
But I get to miss out on Fallout 4 launch. Which hopefully it's bad, like there's a lot of bugs, and then when I come back, all it's fixed.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hoping for. So if I can't play it, no one
can.
plays it.
Fuck everybody who buys the game.
But yeah, so I don't know. I really do like the backwards the backwards
What are
ability.
you trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. I really do like.
Exactly.
I thought that was
Barbecue ability.
The barbecue ability. That's what we're gonna call
fucking.
it.
You run your Xbox long enough, you can fucking suplex some shit. God, dude. So
I can't breathe.
Street Fighter has a date now too,
Does it?
February 16th.
How about that beta? Did you guys play the beta? You know you did.
Yeah, I did. And I suck at it.
Which is like,
Oh man, it was pretty
It's
good.
it's a lot more accessible than Street Fighter 4.
Four.
And it's time for a new Street Fighter. Like, I mean, I watch streams. I watch, high-end play of Street Fighter. And Street Fighter 4, while still fun to watch, its time has come. We've been playing it for... It'll be 7 years now by the time that...
when we get another Marvel vs. Capcom game?
Never.
They've been playing that shit for fucking 10 years.
Because the what do you call it's done.
Yeah. Well, no, they said that fucking Disney's interested in going back to Capcom or something. Because they made DuckTales remastered. That game sold like fucking crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I know right now that fucking mobile game is like they're.
It's awful.
It's
No
awful,
one's
but
playing
But
it.
that's their big thing is a mobile game.
No one's playing it.
I always, anytime I see like, cause they always coming out with new characters for it, and you see it like on Facebook and shit, as like a sponsored ad, you know. And every time I see it, I think of fucking, oh god, Maximilian when it showed his live reaction to the fucking to that game that they canceled Marvel vs. Capcom for. Because he watches it and like it's him and his dog, it's him and Benny, and they're like watching it and they're like, you see their face go from like happy to like sad,
Confused.
to confused, and then to scared.
Yeah.
And it's just going. He's just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it's so bad.
Speaking of trailers, who here watched the Dalzim trailer?
That fucking guy looks so OP.
No, which
what?
one? Dalzim?
Oh, yes. I like that they're taking older characters and they're not just doing like a homage to them. They're actually changing up.
Mhm.
Besides Zangief.
Zangief, well, he's different. He doesn't have his green hand anymore. And
Yeah.
instead of doing like a finishing pile driver, he just does like slam.
He does Armor Keela's regular throw as a finisher. So dumb. I thought they could give him
I'm tired of Zangief, to be honest. I've never liked him. I've always thought he's a super fucking OP character. He's a control grappler that can EX out of fucking anything and grab.
Well, now
you.
his pelvic thrust.
Fuck him.
His pelvic thrust fucking stops projectiles.
And yeah, and he does that, and that fucking Russian what is it called, the tornado thing?
Yeah.
That's fucking like
He can charge.
here.
him.
I'm shitting myself. Let me just mash these 3 buttons, and I
But
can
you have to
do
know what
anything.
you're doing because if you're
But it's a
playing
savior.
Scrub-
It goes through projectiles. It wins over fucking a Shoryuken from a wake up.
Mm-hmm.
It's an anti-air. Like it's fucking everything. And I'm like, fuck, man, this fucking Russian guy.
I don't know. I think Dalzim was too realistic. Like I don't like the way they're going. Like I don't like how.
realistic.
Too realistic. What are you talking about? We got stretchy
But
limbs.
if
man.
you look at him compared to the original version, it was like a black guy with white eyes, and I'm like, they're only 2 black guys, white eyes, and now he looks like an Indian guy.
He is an Indian guy.
I don't know,
I think the change.
He's from India.
I think he's just like I think the art style they're going with it's not cartoonish enough for that character. This motherfucker is fucking Mr. Fantastic. Is who he is. Who breathes fire. Don't give me the bullshit that he has fucking a 6-pack ab and shit. No, I don't want to see.
But
that.
he's always been super buff like that.
Yeah, but I want to see him like, be goofy looking.
Nah, man.
I don't like.
He's a yoga master, bro. Like he is the pinnacle of like Zen. And
him and fucking Judas Mind are like this, all messed up.
they're
and
just
shit.
like this, man. I like the look that they went. I like the old like white. I like that the beard's not black. I like that it's
But
old
it doesn't
school
make
white.
sense because this is set prior to 4.
No, prior to 3.
Prior to 3.
Yeah.
Where's 4 set at then? Is it 4 after 3?
It's 2. It's Alpha, 2, 4, 5, and 3.
4, 5.
Is 3 still the latest one? I thought this one took place after 3.
No, it
No,
didn't place
it's-
4 because Sean's not even in it yet, and Sean has an older sister who's in it.
Oh, okay.
It's basically their way of trying to like avoid.
bridge.
Because I mean, if you went after 3, then Ryu and Ken would have to get even older, and everyone else would be fucking older.
Yeah.
I say do it.
But it's after Alpha 3 because Nash
The alphas took place before everything else. The alphas are the oldest ones.
Okay.
That's why Steve is still around.
And the thing is that like people are like, well, how come Ken does these moves when back in 3, he's back to normal? Just like, and there's no explanation. It's basically gameplay triumphs of their stupid story.
Exactly.
And,
it's a convoluted story anyway. So it's like, are you really going to hold us to this? Like, this is a fucking fighting game. You're going to hold us to the story behind it.
Fucking Smash Brothers. Where's your story?
Smash Brothers. Well, when you think about it,
they're not even
Smash
in a room
Bros.
anymore. There's not even a window. What the fuck is with the logo?
It's just fucking weird. But all I'm saying is I'm very disappointed that Gil hasn't been brought back.
Well, speaking of characters coming back, they announced that there's going to be 6 characters in the next year.
I thought it was 16.
No, there's going to be 6 characters. There's 16 characters at launch. 6 characters after that.
That's cool.
And there's leaks. There's already been people digging into the data saying that Urian and Alex might
and
show up in there,
Balrog. And so they have like the silhouettes and like they kind of fit the characters like Urian, like that's the girl, right? No,
Urian's the guy with the guy
like regular Gil.
Okay, so
like Gil.
There's a character.
He's the guy. Aegis Reflector.
There's a character with a cloak, and we were like, well, that's Urian then. Because doesn't he take the cloak off and then blow? No, okay.
Well, Urian was just his face.
Okay, but anyway, there's a guy with the cloak. There's a guy
with the cloak might be Balrog because Balrog has that.
But see,
his picture.
But the thing is, like, their background is supposed to play into the characters, and Balrog's American, so there's 2 Americans. So I'm gonna say one's Alex, one's gonna be Balrog.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then there's 2 people wearing dresses, so that's the 2 female characters, and I guess the last one's Urian, because they're saying Urian's supposed to play into the story somehow. So it's
fucking Urian.
I just want them to fix Ken's ugly fucking face.
They're not going to.
Of all the
2 bananas.
All the models, his just doesn't look right. His face looks odd.
Yeah.
I like sexy Ryu.
Sexy Ryu.
GameStop exclusive.
Yeah, he's not wearing
bearded Ryu, man. He's got a beard. Terrorist Ryu.
But he begs for change.
That's all. It was like when you think of Ryu's story, like he's just a bum fighting people. That's all he is. He's a homeless guy who goes looking for fights. That's it.
So see, all the homeless people you see on the street, they're not just begging for change. They're trying to become the world warrior.
Exactly. They're trying to focus their chi. And
so they can do the haiku.
So they don't fucking turn into dark Hadoukens, but they don't want to do the dark Hado, but
the one character I haven't seen any news of yet, and it should be in there, Akuma, because Akuma, like in the first 3 trailers, you hear his laugh at the end of it, and so I was like,
is that his laugh?
Yeah,
I thought it was Bison's laugh.
No, it's Akuma's laugh.
I think they're trying to get away from having like 5 or 6 different
characters.
Well, it seems like this same dude, like they're just getting away from everybody who has a fireball, because like almost every character has a counter for a fireball now.
I saw Dalzim's counter. He has a fucking counter. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, that fireball he does where he shoots.
No, it's actually a counter where like I don't know if you watch the trailer, but
he like turns invisible.
They hit. No, that's him. What's tight about that is you can do that and avoid an attack, so you can just float, and nobody knows when you're gonna do it. So that's a great mix-up. But it's an actual counter where he gets hit and you see him and he like winds his body around and hits him back, and I was like, that's pretty hype. Overall, like I was watching him, like he looks pretty OP.
I want to see him come out, and I hope they put him in the next beta. Because it's supposed to be like a 3rd beta before the game comes out.
Really?
Yeah, and it's gonna test the cross platform, right?
I think it was already working.
Okay.
I hope they work on the matchmaking, the ranked matchmaking, because I was regularly. I mean, first of all, aside from just sucking in general, I was getting paired up. Like I was level 30,000 rank, and I fucking was teamed up with someone who was 94 rank. I'm just like, what?
Were they good?
Oh yeah, I got destroyed.
Who did you play as?
I was testing every character to see whichever one.
Who did you like the most?
I liked Karen the most.
Karen?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you play it all?
I really like Ken.
Ken looks cool.
I
like his
really
run
like
cancels.
Huh?
I like his run cancels.
Yeah, his run cancels are good.
I know I'll never be good enough to do that. I just like seeing it done.
I like Nikali. I like playing with him a little bit. Although I knew nothing. Wolverine.
He's like Blanca. No,
that's what I said.
No. The way Laura plays seems like Blanca.
Like Blanca?
Yeah, because like she's all electrile. Her finisher is literally Blanca's finisher, where she grabs them and does like the electro ball and crashes to the ground.
Yeah.
Are they going to explain why the fuck Brazilians have power over electricity? What is that?
They're electric.
I want my mama.
unless they're gonna somehow fucking explain that Blanca is like the long lost
no, dude.
Of like.
Well, he got bit by a bunch of.
He was raised by electric eels.
He was raised by electric eels. I mean, hello.
And then,
so Brazilians handle electric eels.
Yeah, exactly. They handle electric current.
And then
because of all the cocaine.
And then he was like, "I miss my mommy." It's so fucking dumb.
But
he's a good guy too. Like he
is a good guy.
He's canonically a good guy.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy.
Why does he have shackles on?
Because he's a beast. People are scared of him, man. But he's a good guy. This Macaulay guy was pretty dope, though. He's got like a couple big moves that like tie together. But I didn't know how to play him.
Apparently, he's supposed to be the big bad. Like he's supposed to be the new bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't picture him as that.
Because
I picture him as a bad guy.
But when
not
he
like
tries to terrorize, it's like going to Shinfield.
I thought he was like. I thought it was his backstory. Wasn't he supposed to like he was unearthed or something? He was like, he's on an island and then he's like reborn.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
I don't know.
The next big release was No Man's Sky got a release date for June 16th.
I don't know what that is.
That's the game where you can be able to like go to space and explore new world and like. So
Is that the Red Planet? Like, is the
No.
guy a little astronaut? And you're like running all over the place.
No.
I don't know what game that is. I saw it. Huh?
You're weird. But no, this is supposed to be the big one from Sony. It's been teased for like 4 years now.
That game is going to be drawn by its hype. Not that I don't think it won't be good, but whatever expectations people have, it's going to be far different than what.
Yeah. So basically, the game's supposed to be like if you go to a planet that your friends haven't been to yet, it's anyone on your friends list like oh well fucking Great 131 21 seen this first and they discovered it, or you'll go to a different planet and see something I discovered or something Nick discovered.
Oh, that's cool.
And like the world's supposed to be like the galaxy's supposed to be like ever expanding or whatever.
But yeah, it's so vast that you'll probably never come across the world that your friend found
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So.
And there's supposed to be like dogfighting in it too, not like Michael Vick dogfighting, but
I was gonna say, like, when you get dogs involved.
no,
or...
like you're in a spaceship fighting.
You're weird.
No.
That's the best comeback you've had, by the way.
I was going to say, like, okay, so, you found this world. Great. A handful, maybe, if people will, other people see it. I was thinking about it's a lot like the fucking prize they're doing for, like, Just Cause 3. You could win an island.
Fucking Just
I was
Cause
having
3.
I was having a discussion with them, just like, okay, so great, you won this island. You're
Now
still
what?
going to have your fucking job at McDonald's.
You're
Like,
paying fucking sales tax on the island now, buddy.
and it's probably going to be overtaken by pirates or... Like it's gonna become a base. And
What
like,
did the
and then
what did the little fine print say when you were telling me?
Oh, so basically, so this you can choose between the island or you can choose between $50,000. So that's just
Which is the value of the island.
That's to give you an idea of what kind of island it is. And basically, the fine print is like, we don't guarantee that this island is inhabitable. We don't guarantee that it's it has any like working electricity or services or how you can get to it. Basically, you just have the island.
I would fucking own the island. Just to be like,
You would.
I own an island, bitches.
You would. I wouldn't. I take the fucking money.
And then you're fucking working at Best Buy.
Hey, you know what? I get paid. What
You work at Best Buy and you own a fucking island.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that'd be the fucking thing.
I'm working to visit my island.
Fuck you, man. I get paid as much almost as Simon does. All right.
God damn.
And that's entry level, motherfucker. And we have bonuses too. It's fucking holidays. Again, we're replacing here. Our thoughts now reflect directly to the company we may or may not work for.
Man.
So Mario Maker is getting an update finally.
Oh God! Shut the fuck.
Did you play Mario
up
Maker at all?
Mario
I haven't played it in a while.
I'm gonna go hack. I can't like breathe for some reason.
Have you made making levels?
No.
No. Okay. So I made a couple. So they're bringing back like things like basically things that already should have been in the game, but it's a free update of why they're doing it. Checkpoints.
Finally, fuck.
Yes. Power ups you can put to the checkpoints, and then as well as power ups in the box. Like like if you hit a box, there's a mushroom in there. You have your big Mario, you're still gonna get the mushroom. Now the game will know. Hey, if they're big Mario, give them this hour power up.
Oh, that's good.
So
Are they adding any more items? Because I know it doesn't have every single Mario
No.
item in there.
And then the last thing was event levels. So like there could be a Halloween level or a Thanksgiving level or a Christmas Day level.
That's cool.
So I'm glad they're finally at least they're paying attention to this and be like, hey, this is what the issue was. Especially checkpoints.
When did they make the game good though? Like,
It's still good. I like playing it.
I don't think. I mean, checkpoints are not going to stop people from making like ridiculously fucking hard levels that
Yeah.
you have to beat in one.
But the thing is now where it's like, you can have a level where like, I just jumped through all this shit. Now there's a checkpoint top for you. So that way you're not an ass, I'll make you redo the whole level again.
Yeah.
So I think it's
I think
really...
people will still be assholes about
Yeah.
it because they're into
Well,
it.
it's really they have like death doors where you go into it. And like there's always a star shooting out and you always touch it and like the game goes on forever and ever and ever.
What?
Yeah, so like there's those guys watching where like you went through a door and it drops you into a bunch of spikes, but it gives you a star, and by the time before the star runs out, it gives you another star, so you're stuck in there forever.
Oh wow.
I think that's good because it will change the way that people are designing levels. Because like you said, right now people are using power ups as kind of like a checkpoint to get you through after you've gotten to like a hard area. Yeah.
I think it's good. Anyone watch the new X-Files trailer?
I didn't even know there was an X-Files
There's
trailer.
the new one. We're actually.
I saw that fucking The Truth Is Out There when you type in the color red and there's a fucking blue. And I did that. And it does show up, man. The Truth Is Out There.
But yeah, no. So it basically shows off some of the monsters that are gonna be that's gonna be on the show, which is really cool. I like that. I don't know. Did you guys ever watch
Wait,
X-Files?
I loved X-Files.
No, I never watched it.
Scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
Yeah, that and apparently Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay, did you ever watch Unsolved Mysteries?
Yes, I did.
How fucking scary was Unsolved Mysteries? Don't sit here and tell me you weren't scared by Unsolved Mysteries, dude.
I
That
thought
fucking
it was,
music, the creepy guy who looked like an alien.
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack.
I love Robert Stack. Robert Stack was one of the greatest actors ever, dude. He's almost as good as John Walsh.
I can't remember Unsolved Mysteries. I thought it was mostly crime. I don't remember too many of
No,
them.
there was a lot of them. Like the first Guardian leak that got revealed on Unsolved Mysteries.
Wait, what? The first what?
There's a Canadian guy who he has a really good camera, and it shows like aliens. And he sent it to Unsolved Mysteries, named himself Guardian.
Oh, I need to watch that shit.
Yeah, it was really good. And of course, it's gonna be dated now. This happened in the '90s, so it won't be as good as today. But it was like one of the first hard evidence that aliens.
Was that the one? Was he a police guy?
No, he was. No one knows who he is. He called himself Guardian.
And what was the video?
Just like it shows like a saucer and a door open, and then a shadowy figure walks in and walks back out.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was fucking hype.
Yeah, see, that's the shit right there. And that music.
Yeah,
that music. I'm convinced that that's like a serial
the
killer
first time I made
soundtrack.
Simon's Good serious was I had my phone set to that music, and I got a call and we were at GameStop. And so I was like, "You gotta shut up your fucking phone." And I was like,
fucking dude.
yeah, I was like, "We're off the clock." And he's like, "No, I don't want to hear that."
Yeah, no, I mean that was like traumatic things coming back.
God damn it!
I'm convinced, like, if you're a serial killer and you're chopping somebody up, that's what you've got on your iPod. That music. You're just fucking slicing through somebody's limbs, you know.
There was this guy who killed his wife, supposedly. He was found guilty, so I'm gonna say dead. The reason that I did it was like one of the things that like kind of get punished was he was downloading songs. You'd put like I just killed my wife and stuff like that. Like on his Google search, and like his song was like I just killed, I loved you but yet I killed you by Guns N' Roses. And people were like, why would you download this music if you didn't just do this? And I'm like, because he fucking liked it. Like, come on. I was like, who is stupid enough to like connect that?
There's a guy who's going to prison. He was this is actually real. He's a 70-something-year-old guy, and he was a polygrapher for I think like 25 years, and he was like one of the most renowned polygraph guys in the United States of America. Put all kinds of people behind bars, and then he flipped the switch and was like, this polygraph is like a straight up lie, like it's a straight up bullshit thing, and I know. And he like demonstrated it, and so he actively attacked like the polygraph, and he's going to jail because of it.
Well, polygraphs can't be used in court of law anymore.
I know, but if they use them to get confessions out of people, and they use them for a lot of other things, like fuck with you.
That's why I've been nominated. There's no reason for it.
I would because I've seen it firsthand, but it's like I was watching this documentary from a lawyer that was it wasn't a documentary as much as it was a lecture. And he was always saying, like, he was a defense lawyer. He was like 35 years defense lawyer, and he was like real slick, fast talking defense lawyer. And like his number one thing was you never talk to the police ever at all. Don't ever talk to them at all. There's nothing that you can ever say ever that will help you to talk to a cop. If the cop wants to talk to you, don't talk to the cop. Don't talk to him at all, ever, at all, for no reason. Don't talk to him.
Smart thinking. Fuck the police.
Fuck the police, man.
I think it was great. And there was a picture of fucking the police, and it said "Feck NWA."
That's pretty good.
That was like it was a shirt, and I was like, I want that shirt.
Well, that's pretty good. That's fucking NWA.
So, did you guys see that those criminals stuck on the island that the UK sent there? They're getting a fucking Black Ops 3 beer.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so they're making Black Ops 3, right? The game. They're making a beer after it.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a pale ale. And then Fallout 4 got one too, in Germany. But it's like it's gonna be like a Heineken beer.
I'm out. I'll do a Heineken.
I don't like fucking criminals.
How come that isn't a pre-order bonus that game's?
Yeah, exactly.
Get a fucking 6-pack when you buy this game.
Who are these criminals and why are they
Australia.
on the island?
Australia.
Oh, wow.
You motherfuckers are dense, alright?
God damn it, man.
Everybody in Australia is criminals. You know what else I found? I totally forgot this at the beginning. I found out that I have dual citizenship.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Why?
Because in 2009 they passed a law saying if within 2 generations, if one of your person was a Canadian citizen, it passes down to you. So that The Rock is now
go up to Canada and get yourself some free healthcare.
The Rock is now a Canadian American actor.
The Rock?
Yeah, his dad was born in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
But he was black.
He's not black. He's like Samoan.
No, his mom's Samoan. His dad was black.
No, he's black Canadian. Figure that shit out.
However that works.
Yeah. So,
And
but
in
my,
America, he's just black.
He's just black.
and my
He just didn't
grandpa
make it.
was a French Canadian.
So he was only half a coward.
Nah, Canada's pretty much cowards too. So. But the thing is, motherfucker fought in 3 wars: World War I, II, and fucking Korean War.
Well, I mean, there was a reason why he was able to fight in all 3. He was running the other way from
No,
the battle.
he was.
I mean, that's the French in him.
Motherfucker, he was on the god and won the ships in Pearl
I
Harbor.
mean, the minute he saw the other people, he ran the other
he
way.
was an AA gunner. Fuck off! You don't smear him. He's dead now. Rest in peace,
You don't
Bob.
smear him. He's dead.
So
I always love a good smear.
remember when I said the shit was gonna the show gonna turn to shit? Get ready for it.
I think it's already kind of gone there.
Exactly. So there is a new Apple iPad game where it's like a rhythm-based game, where you got if you want there's loading times, and if you want the loading times to go faster, you have to pay for them to go faster.
Oh.
And as you play the game, the loading times get longer and longer and longer. And what's really scummy about this is the developers said 60% of our games are already free right away. Why don't you just pay for faster load times?
Wait, we're talking about load times, not like cooldown times.
No, like the game will not load until the loader comes. And if you shut it off and turn it back on, it restarts the loader. It's hella scummy.
That is scummy. Because
My thing is, like,
are you
why
saying
would
you
you
have to
play
be
that
stuck
game?
on the app? Like you can't do, like you cannot do anything else. You have to be on the screen. That's terrible.
And even more scummy is that the developers are trying to back up that it's okay.
My thing is, like, why would you play that? But I mean, if you're a consumer and you buy that game, then you're
You don't
bad.
buy it, you get it for free.
If you pay for a faster loading time, you're bad, and
Yeah.
you should feel bad.
Well,
I watched Rick and Morty, by the way.
Was it good?
I watched an episode. It was pretty good.
Told you.
He said you need to watch it like chronologically. I just watched
Yes.
like a random episode.
Yes, you
but
did.
it was
Because
fun.
there's a lot of callback jokes that you won't get.
Right.
Like this, you watched the season finale, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like the scene, like after the credits scene, the finale, where you see Mr. Poop Butthole again.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you never watched it, you have no idea who this guy is. And it was an episode where people are getting made up because of your brain and they're parasites. And it's like they're making people that are not real coming into life. And the first character you see is Mr. Poopy Butthole. And you're like, there's no way this character's real. But there's a twist.
But
in
is
it.
he?
He is real. So it's funny. He gets shot and he's like,
I think it's Rick. Is Rick the grandpa or the
Yeah.
uncle or whatever it is?
oh, Grandpa.
How like just visceral he is.
Do you
He's
see the
just-
connections to Back to the Future?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the original, if you watch the original pilot, it's Back to the Future retold with these guys.
Just with those
Except
guys.
with Marty sucking Doc's dick.
God damn it, man.
That
Or
shit-
was his balls? I can't remember.
So yeah, but for real though,
Like we were there, and my old roommate John was like, "Dude, we have to watch it." My kid's in the same living room, and he's like watching his tablet, and like literally, he's like, yeah, but he's like, I don't know. He goes, well, your kids. He goes, well, Zay's not really paying attention. He's like, we'll just watch one episode, and Andreas is like, he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, you know, I don't feel comfortable. He goes, I don't really feel comfortable watching this in front of the kid. There's probably some. He goes, I'm gonna have to throw a flag on the play. So I knew that, like, if Andrew was throwing a flag, like, if he thought, I'm like, this is probably going to be pretty bad. Because his threshold
what was
really
the episode
low.
about?
I just happened to be a random episode. I think it was where he was dealing with, there was some kind of, like, gaseous creature that,
Carbopulus Michael, the killer.
yeah, the killer, yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And then the dad was, like, with a bunch of other dads.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That was a good episode. That
Yeah,
was,
That was actually
the-
not too bad.
It's not
Listen, if he's not paying attention to it, visually, it's an okay episode. But if you listen to the dialogue, yeah.
Yeah.
the worst episode of season 2 was the micro one, the one where it was like all like the little cut scenes in there, and then try to tell the story in the background with the commercials. That was the worst episode of the season.
Yeah, it was.
It was like they just tried way too hard. Even Rick at the beginning of the episode, it's like, I don't know why we're doing this again. And it was like, yeah, I don't know why you're doing it again either. And it's like, so Batman Arkham Knight got a re-release for PC finally.
Whoa!
I heard it's still broke as fuck.
It's
I was
broke. Yeah,
reading this
literally,
morning.
it's broke as fuck. All the reviews people gave onto it are now marked as pre-release reviews. So they went back and they changed all of those, as well as they said, oh, all the DLCs you got for pre-ordering it from everywhere, all the early DLCs we get out for free, you're gonna get all that. No, you're not. Half of it's still not there. All the store exclusive ones did not come. And then people who had no problem in the game originally are having problems now because whatever they did. Like people with like 12 gigabytes of RAM are having problems running the game. And it's like, WB fucked up.
I don't think WB fucked up. I think the developer they gave it to fucked up.
Well, you know, you take that responsibility when you're publishing
That's true.
it. So,
Yeah, I think.
and it's like,
I
but
think
now,
at this point, I think like, hey man, that ship has like got a bullet hole in it.
how much is it now? It's like $40. I saw that.
I'm like, why are we?
Well, I mean,
releasing this?
they revealed why it got into fucked up state. It's because the developer Rocksteady was like, hey, we need to focus on PS4 and Xbox One because we cannot get this game running as it is. So they like doubled down on getting that shit working while they handed off to another company to port it over to PC.
The same company that did Mortal Kombat X.
No, that was... No, Iron Galaxy did the fucking Batman. Mortal Kombat X was fucking... God damn it, it's another shitty company.
My thing is like, okay, the game was developed on... Well, I guess it's developed on PC, but
not optimized for PC. It was optimized for console.
That's what I mean. Like, but I mean, it's optimized and it's created to go on console. So when a game doesn't go on console, like what happened in the process? I mean, there's a lot of fuck it, this ain't my job going on to get to that point where you get a fully fucking finished game that just doesn't run on.
Well, I mean, basically,
it's like you get this table and like we bought a table and somebody made this table, but you know what? They put spikes all over it, so you can't really use it. It's like, well, who the fuck's idea was it to do that?
Well,
Why
I
did
mean, the
somebody
whole
say
idea
that?
about doing on PC is that you have to optimize for so many different configurations of graphics cards and memory and CPUs, and that's their job as making a PC version of the game. They didn't fucking do that.
Yeah.
They just like threw it out there and be like, well, there's some bugs. You know, if you have a good
There's
enough,
some bug.
Mod it out for us, please. Thank you.
You just need 12 gigs of RAM. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll work itself out. I swear. Man,
Meanwhile, the Witcher looks like phenomenal running on Ultra.
yeah, I honestly think this will be the last time Warner Reed does a PC game.
Who?
Warner Brothers.
I hope so.
Yeah, like after this shit, like I don't see anything else that we're selling for them. Like there's been a lot of bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Look at Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I mean, it's not selling well, even though it's getting great reviews. It's not selling well.
I think
because people have a shit ton of bad taste in their mouth from Unity. Unity,
and
has
I
stunk
also
up.
think that they're getting such good reviews is because everybody's comparing it to Unity.
That's true.
I think if you compare it to like 2 or maybe 3, it wouldn't be.
3 was awful.
I don't want to hear shit.
3 was awful.
I don't
Just
wanna
because
hear-
you liked the worst protagonist in the whole series doesn't mean it's
I
good.
think it was pretty cool.
I know you do. I know that's what's wrong.
Motherfucker had tomahawks.
I-
Tomahawks are the best
listen,
weapons.
He, as far as like gangster status, he was the most gangster out of all of them. He was way tight. I mean,
Yeah.
he's shanky with the tomahawk.
I wish you could still skin people though. Scalp them.
God damn it.
Well, gun.
I did like hanging him. That was like really cool.
And gun, you could scalp people. That was like the coolest shit.
God damn it.
You ever played Gun for the 360 or Xbox original?
No.
No? That game was fucking. It was like a Red Dead Redemption, but way more graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like, but the last boss was silly. It was like a dynamite fight in a gold mine,
Okay.
and there was an achievement if you got all the gold, and like the last 5 golds were in there. But you had to mine the gold out while you're
While
fighting.
he's fighting that guy?
Yeah, it was silly. So
I've never played Red Dead Redemption.
that's pretty fun. You won't ever play on PC. You have to play on a 360.
No. It's Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
The Gotti.
The
Maybe they'll come with the definitive edition for the Xbox One.
the Undead Nightmare is pretty fun.
That's part of the DLC, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the other DLC is multiplayer, which I didn't give a fuck about.
Mm.
So David Cage has a new game coming out.
Who's that?
Fucking guys made Heavy Rain and
Oh yeah, yeah. You sent me the trailer for that.
fuck that game.
It looks really douchey.
Did you watch the trailer?
I still haven't watched it. All the Paris stuff that got announced, I'm still like,
Oh, is that all?
So-
is that? for
So
Paris
before we
this
give the
year?
name of the game, let's go ahead. I'll give you like a brief announcement. What I see happening. You're an android robot because it starts out with you being like in a cage and she's all screaming, worry. She has feelings.
she's like hitting stuff over.
yeah,
her
so she
mouth.
has feelings. It shows that in an all-white city with few to no minorities.
I saw plenty of black.
I didn't
people.
see it enough.
I saw plenty
I didn't
of black
see, there was
people.
people commenting. It's like I'm from there, and there's not enough. There's too many whites. That you can go set up your ass. Then it shows like the.
All I'm saying is there was enough for me.
There were then it shows the struggles of being a robot since Android. I'm like, what?
So how far in the future is this supposed to be?
Like really far in the future.
So maybe that's what happened. Maybe Detroit basically got
Wow.
leveled.
You fucking ruined the end of it! God damn it! And then it shows the protagonist who looks a lot like Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, she does.
Look a lot like Jennifer Lawrence.
She does.
And
Holy
then-
shit.
And it shows like her breaking the mold for androids, like she's being able to express herself.
But we don't know how, why, or where that
exactly.
happened.
And it's like the game's called Detroit.
It's not called Detroit.
No, it's literally called Detroit Android something. It's called the game. The big title everyone's calling it is Detroit.
Are you serious?
Yes,
I did not see
That's
that
why I'm
part
like,
of it.
this isn't fucking Detroit.
Maybe it ties into RoboCop and OCP.
No, it's not because it's RoboCop. People get shot in the dick.
I told him like this trailer is missing somebody getting shot in the dick. Like
And
that.
my thing is, if you want to fix this game, get rid of the fucking robot. Make it a RoboCop game. Make it a third-person shooter. Just go around shooting the dick. That game would sell 1 million copies day one. I'm fucking telling you right now.
RoboCop, or just make it like a small little downloadable arcade game called RoboCop Dick Shooter.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's gonna be like fucking.
Connect.
It's gonna be like Beyond Two Souls and fucking Heavy Rain. It's gonna be an interactable movie or a watchable game, whichever one I call it.
My one of the customers came in the other day. He was asking about the Apex Predator outfit. He's like, "What is that for the new Tomb Raider?"
Oh,
Because the pre-order bonus says.
Is she Randy Orton? Because Randy Orton is.
That's what he said. He's like, he was looking at the poster and he's like, "Wait, so do you get Randy Orton with this or?" Yeah, I go. He goes. What they should do is they should download like a skin. He's like, and you should get Randy Orton, and you can run around and RKO people
Out of nowhere.
nowhere. And I go, and every time you do, it's like Metal Gear, like when he punches somebody and you get that $1 Million Man. I go, every time you RKO somebody, Jim Ross goes, "Oh God!" Like that would be.
I swear to God, he's broken in half.
Like to me, I would buy that fucking game. I would buy Tomb Raider if you could do that. If you could switch out the skin to be the Apex Predator, Randy Orton,
Oh,
RKO
fuck, man.
people. I laughed so hard, man. Fuck, that was like the highlight.
That'd be the best shit ever.
That would be so good.
I didn't even know if the DLC, the pre-order bonus was the Apex.
That's
Predator.
what the Apex
And then
Predator.
the
He's
next
like,
one would be Legend Killer. And it used to be Randy Orton with a little bit longer of hair. Randy Orton.
fucking RKO.
Here's the
Everything.
thing about Randy Orton. He makes the best fucking action figures because you can sell all of them. Randy Orton, Viper. It's like normal Randy Orton. Randy Orton, Apex Predator, Bald. And Randy Orton, Legend Killer. A little bit of hair. Fucking, you could push up.
Why isn't there a game where you can RKO people as Randy Orton?
It's called WWE.
No,
2K16.
fuck that game. You just gotta go into the public and do it.
Or Saints Row, you do it.
You can RKO people in Saints Row?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah, man, fucking RKO.
He goes,
God.
"What, can you be Randy Orton in the game?" I'm like, man.
And it's great that he and I had the same minds. And we're like, wait, you be Randy Orton? So, apparently, First and Shield already has a pre-owned copy of WWE 2K16.
Oh, okay.
Day one?
All right.
I was telling him I fucking got a pre-owned copy of Halo
You gotta
5
hear this shit.
on Tuesday. So a lady came in.
But what was? Yeah, you gotta embellish on what
So-
it was.
It was the limited edition.
Tuesday.
The 100 Tuesday. The game, the day of the release of the game. I'm still selling copies to customers, left and
They're
right.
picking up their
They come to the store.
reserve.
And this lady comes in with her son. I'm not sure if it's the son who had the issue, but she's like, I need to trade in this game. And she
Were they
pulls out-
sad?
Didn't seem like it at all. So basically,
Okay.
she pulls out a limited edition, the $100 copy of Halo 5. It's like, I want to trade this in. Our Xbox isn't working, so we can't play it. So I'm opening it. I look at the disc. The disc looks like it had been played. There's dust on it, but wasn't didn't seem manhandled. Everything was still in there. The fucking metal model that you put together. The DLC code hasn't been scratched off at all.
Did you pop that DLC code?
I'll do that. Then fucking she had like the Spartan locks his dossier, all the little cards and files. Nothing had been opened, completely like untouched. She's like, I want to sell for cash. I'm just like, you want to trade a Halo 5? Like, yeah, our system's not working, so we have no use for it.
That's
It's
just stolen.
Probably. Well, allegedly. I mean, I'm just thinking like, okay, this lady is not playing Halo. I don't think the little kid is playing Halo because the kid isn't talking. I'm thinking it belongs to the husband or someone else in the house.
Right.
And maybe she's just mad that, you spent $100 on this game. And,
Whatever.
yeah, I'm just going to sell and get money back.
You know what was really salty with Best Buy was they weren't selling the limited edition consoles until day of. And I was like, everywhere else you can buy it now because the game doesn't unlock until the day it comes out. And they're like, yeah, but we just do it like this. And I'm like,
I think that's a failure. Like,
yeah, I
didn't know what the fuck was
I
going
told
on.
the management, I was like, we're losing money. These guys are going somewhere else to buy this console now. We're losing all that money. And they're like, yeah, but they'll come back eventually. And I'm like, no, they're not.
And then, so long story short, I bought the game. So instead of, I saved like $40.
Because all the
$45.
vouchers had not been
Fuck yeah.
used. Like,
So-
you motherfucker.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud. That's the...
And, fucking, so I watched, all the limited stuff that came with it. So I watched The Fall of Reach, the animated.
Was it good?
Thing. It was okay. It's cheap CG animation. So it's made to look like it's hand-painted kind of watercolor
Like
stuff, but it's all done with
rendered a little
CG.
bit.
It's supposed to be like a retelling of like how Master Chief, how, what happened, how the kids got, abducted and they became, trained to become Spartans.
So it was like Halo Reach all over again.
Pretty much. Well, it leads up to Halo Reach where,
Where everybody gets
originally,
classed.
the Spartans were made to like fight insurrections, and now they have to go against the.
You know what reminds me of Master Chief? You guys did this to me with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he's like the ultimate soldier, And like it's
what is it called?
I think it's called
Ultimate
Soldier. Yeah. God damn it! But no, it shows like him and like, all these kids like they're all like going like in boot camp and like they're training, and the fat kid's slowing down, and then just pull the guns out and kills him. That's how it was raising Reach Soldier or Turns.
No, it was way tough on those kids.
Like it shows a part where like John is training, and a bunch of ODST soldiers come in, and they basically like give him shit because he's like an augmented guy, and basically John kills like I don't know if he kills all of them, but he kills some of them. And because he's just so damn fucking strong that he's just like he's pounding some guy's head and he's fucking dead. And basically like he feels guilt for like everything. Like he feels like but these soldiers are wasted. They didn't die in battle.
Oh damn,
that's fucking.
I love John, man.
John's a leader.
Yeah, he is.
Kat was the fastest though. Kat was super.
Kat
fast.
was awesome when she died. I was like, oh shit, man.
And it makes sense to me. It's like one needler took her out.
Well, it's always crazy. It's like if you look at the movies, like the cinematics and all that. Like you see them, they're like, bah, 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 one shot. Like around, like, hey, fuck those guys. They take a whole fucking clip when I'm fighting them. Why don't they go down in one shot like you're shooting? I'm headshotting this.
Oh
guy.
yeah, the fucking intro cinematic for Halo 5 is like platinum Vanquish shit. Where they're just like going down around and shooting them.
Jab, and I'm like, why
aren't I playing this Halo?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that's good. Platinum, listen to us. Make a Halo game.
Make Halo.
Make it a fucking light gun.
No, fuck that. Go make a Randy Orton game where you RKO people using.
They're making an arcade game, and it's all fucking you have to do it yourself. God damn it. Well, that's this podcast. Simon.
What?
Say goodbye.
Oh, I'm out. See you.
Right. Great one, 2133.
Oh, yeah, where you can
Twitter. Nick?
Still watching Twitter. You can't find me anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of followers on Twitter.
And Twitch, not fucking Twitter.
And they're really hot chicks, so I'm assuming they're bots.
No, I'm pretty sure they're all our fans. Like, I was talking to Liz this morning. I was like, if we can reach one demographic, I just want to be the gays.
That's fine.
Like if we reach,
they have a lot of money.
They have a lot of money, as well as they like everybody wants to be friends with the gay people. And like
right.
it's like it's an expand.
I don't. They're kind of gross.
It's me like AIDS in the gay.
I'm
community.
just kidding. I'm
All
just
right?
kidding.
Did you not hear what I said?
What?
We're gonna spread like AIDS in the gay community. All right. That's a joke.
That's so bad.
I'm sorry, Rosie O'Donnell.
Taylor, where can they find you at?
Twitter.
We are not smoking weed.
Boy, Jesus Lover without the E, and that's about it. You guys have a great week. Have a happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Spooky, scary skeleton. Bye.